Hello everyone, it's Clumsy. I wanted to do a follow-up guide on my ammo farming tutorial that I gave out. There was a few issues in the comments that people were mentioning. One of them was regarding 45 ammo, not really dropping a lot, and someone had said that um, handmade or 5.56 ammo doesn't drop at all. So I didn't know if the handmade thing was true. I do know that the 45 ammo, even with the Scrounger perk, um, it's pretty low. But I wanted to do a couple places real quick just to test that. And I also wanted to go over three more places, three more ammo boxes in two places that you already go to that I missed and forgot to put in the video. And someone in the comments had put them in there, and I one of them I was watching and I realized that I missed it. So I just want to go through here really quick. I started again with only 20 bullets, and I I really just want to kind of do maybe 10 ammo boxes and see if we hear Scrounger going off. I do know that 45 ammo is just it's low. You don't get a lot. Okay, so we got the Scrounger to go off on the first try with 43 rounds. Let's see if we can get a mix of. Let's just do this little 76 area here and go down to the Brotherhood of Steel. Then we'll change over to the handmade and we'll go to Camden Park. That is where one of the areas that I missed are. So we'll take all that. We definitely see 45 the Scrounger working with it, but even with Scrounger right there worked, but it was only 22 rounds. So you're probably 22 again. Um, 22 again, and that wasn't even with Scrounger. So I'm thinking um, 45 ammo is probably a little bit scarcer, and that's what tends to be the case with some weapons. But I have done this route for sure with this character, the entire route with Scrounger 3 equipped, and I've gotten over 2,000 ammo with a 45. So I know it can be done. Um, get out of here. I'm gonna fast travel down to this location real quick, and we'll do these spots real quick, and we'll just see what we end up with just the. We're talking maybe 10 to 15 ish ammo boxes out of the entire run here. We'll see what we get. So, and then we'll switch to the handmade. And I have a feeling that if you don't have Scrounger, you're just gonna get less. I mean, you're getting it's going off and it's supposed to give you 80% more on level 3, but it might be one of those things where it's like, oh, we're going to give you 10 bullets, and then it gives you 18 or so because it's Scrounger level 3, and that one gave me 23, and maybe the 80% more is where we'll get some of those 40s sometimes. So there's got to be a high and a low for these ammo boxes for every weapon type or ammo type. So sometimes it's just luck. So it's like someone unlocked that one already. And I made sure that before I went through all this that I went to yeah, someone unlocked these. That one's empty. I made sure I went to Summersville and I reset all my spawns. So with just that area, we started with 20 bullets, 441. So we got 421 with just those areas right there. So that's actually not too bad. I know you'll go through that quickly. Um, let's change over to the handmade and let's go to Camden Park. And we're going to do Camden Park and we're going to do Huntersville because those are the areas that I missed. one or two of these spots. When I was previously filming this about an hour ago, there were a lot of areas that um, just ammo containers weren't, nothing was coming up in them. So with the handmade in particular, with the 5.56 rounds, so I wanted to make sure for sure that I cleared out my my server spawn list, um, and do it again, even though I was like very sure that I did that already. So I'll show you the missing one when we first come in. So I'm gonna try and do this kind of quietly too. So when you go over here and you get this one, okay, there's 30. There's another one inside here that I just forgot to tell you guys about. There it is right there. So there's an extra spot right there. Now to let's go check some more of these. And I'm just gonna try and run as close as I can and then just stealth through this stuff. I made a build, this particular build, as stealthy as I possibly could. So we can just do this kind of stealth like. And that might save you a little bit of ammo too. As long as you don't touch them a lot of times, they won't know where you are. So we're gonna go up here. But that was the only one in this area that is like a brand new spot. So let's go check this. Yeah, that will give you ammo sometimes. And then there's one more. There's one here, and then there is another spot right here, the opposite side. So, and that's everything that I can remember about Camden Park. There might be more, but I just don't recall anymore. So the next one is Huntersville. So we're gonna go down there, and Huntersville has a few that I missed, and some people also pointed out that you can sometimes, if you just want to take the time, you can loot the meat bags, and there'll sometimes be contextual ammo in there, which I actually didn't know. Like I said, I've played right around 4 months since I started. Like I started like 4 years ago, like launch, but I haven't played since then. So when you come in, I missed this one right here. Someone pointed out to me right there. So, as far as the 5.56 ammo not dropping, I definitely hear it. I definitely hear Scrounger going off. So we know that that works. Um, so I don't think that that is actually an issue. So it might just I I I think what a lot of people do is they try to loot this multiple times and they haven't played enough and reset their boxes. But we'll count the number of boxes that basically give nothing. Like that one just did, as right as I was talking, it decided that it doesn't want to give us any. So um, we're just gonna let's see if we can. I want to get to just some of these and see if we get some ammo out of them. And we'll just kind of be on the lookout. And I guess if at least one of these does, then we'll be in the positive. So there's some right there. So there, we just got 22 out of that, so that kind of made worth killing the mutants, right? There's another one. And I imagine that this is all random, which ones give it and which ones don't. So check them all if you want to take the time to check them. That definitely seems like it's worthwhile to do. There's another meat bag. A couple over here. And I'm just going to take everything out of them because I want them to reset later on too, and I don't mind picking up insect parts. They make a lot, there's a lot of good sources for acid and this, that, and the other. So those are for quests. So the other one that I missed was actually up here, and you just go this way, and it's right there. So I'm that's pretty much the entire video, guys. If you watch the original one, you'll you'll see the bulk of them. Let's just go down here and check these last few meat bags. This is there are a ton of meat bags in this area. Like there's more over there. So you can definitely, yeah, look at that. That was a great tip. Um, who would have thought that you would people would put ammo in meat bags? So anyway, I'm gonna finish up this area. I hope that helped. Um, that'll get you a little bit more ammo. And if you just kind of run this thing, I like to do this usually, I don't know, like first, um, either first or last. If you do it last, and then you make sure that you go to Summersville as the absolute last thing you do and reset it, the next time you come and play, you should be able to, if you've played for a couple hours and you've kind of naturally looted things, um, you'll reset the Summersville list also, because everything you pick up in Summersville is also on that 255 item limit. So if that is not reset also, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. So that's kind of why I suggested that you could also go to Watoga High School, and this one is a pretty good area in my opinion to reset the spawn by looting stuff. I'll show you really quick here, since we did this video in about 12 minutes. I'll show you 2 or 3 minutes if you want to watch, and it's at the end here. So otherwise you can end it here. But this is another alternative, like if you can't reset Summersville because you haven't looted enough stuff. And I've been meaning to want to check here anyway, because I'm looking for a route to get pepper and spices. And I don't think that this is a great place, but I like to check anywhere where there's like dining areas. So General Steakhouse. I went to Helvetia. I'm trying to make a list of places to possibly check. And I'm just going to run here. So what I do when I want to reset the spawn is I go here, and there's all these place settings here. Um, just table after table, and all these little napkins and stuff, and there's stuff on the ground here, just in this little, student dining area. Um, so let's see. Let's try this. Let's see. Do I have a scrap kit? Aid. I don't think I have a scrap kit. Oh wait, it's under those are under miscellaneous. Um, where did it all go? Okay, let's start looting stuff. Okay, so we got stuff showing up now. Okay. Oh, I think scrap kits go directly to your stash, do they? Let me read those. Miscellaneous. Oh, it doesn't say. Okay, well, we'll find out, huh? Anyway, I just go through here, and then we can add this stuff up afterwards. It doesn't take very long to go through here, and I think that I don't think it gives as many as Summersville does, but it gives a lot. Um, This is where I used to go to get plastic back when bulking was a thing until they got the scrap boxes. So, but that was like 5 years ago. So just pick this stuff up. Another good place is the Whitesrings Golf Course, I've heard, because there's just a bunch of junk all over. Um, the problem with these places is the like this here and White Springs, they're not like concentrated. You have to do a little bit of walking around. But I'm getting quite a bit just kind of going through here. So let's see here. And I haven't found there's a salt. I don't really need salt. I need pepper. But we'll check inside. I think it's turn on the light. I'm just kind of hitting the button while I'm going across here, checking to see what I miss. Turn on the radio on accident. Okay, we got all that over there. Okay. More. There's more salts. And a couple more here. There's a few more places I like to go here. But this doesn't take long at all. Like, I'm looking at the time here. I've been here, including the explanation and using the scrap kit, 5 minutes. So there's a sugar. So I want to find a few places eventually that have quite a bit of pepper, sugar, salt, stuff like that for cooking, basically. That's easy to get to. Okay, and there's one more place. I usually just go up here because there's a few more tables. And then we'll see what we end up with to see if this is actually a legit place. I have a feeling that it's not 255, but we will see. Maybe I will be pleasantly surprised. Maybe it's 100. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. So, but anywhere you notice stuff like this, I mean, it doesn't matter what you loot. So, I think that this is the last one. So if you go this way, you came through the downstairs to here downstairs. So let's take a look at the junk again. So if we just let's count the big items first, anything that's 20 plus. So we got 20, that would make 45, 65, 72, um, 72, 82, and then let's count these. Let's see, 90, 100. We'll just round that 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, and 200. So 200-ish items in there, which is actually pretty dang amazing. And we might have even missed something. Um, it may not be enough to make a difference, but let's just have a quick look here because you can be thorough here. So great place for plastic if you're looking. Um, anyway, the moral of this is that you can get really close to resetting that spawn just here, and then you can maybe supplement it by going somewhere else. I know like Morgantown High School is really good. I'll show you the Whitesrings real quick because this one's also good, but I don't think that it is. It's not as good as Summersville, and it's not because it's not as concentrated. It's kind of like the Watoga High School, and this place is. If you've been here before, you know what to expect, and if you don't, then you'll have a fun time with it afterwards. So this is one of my favorite places to go to for ghoul killing back in the day. I like taking pictures of just random things I see in the world that I come across running around. That was one of them. Okay, let's see. There's someone here, a player. So let's see. Um, there's usually some can chimes hanging here. These count as stuff. Um, there's usually a ton of ghouls here, but if you look at this here, you just kind of just do this with some of these tables again. This is also going to be a good place for me to check to see if they have pepper, but I think a lot of those are limited to, like we have to find them in kitchens like this here. So sounds like we have someone using a bow behind me. So I'm going to try not to kill his stuff. I'm just going to try and loot. And I'm only going to attack things if they are coming after me. But this area in general, these all count because it doesn't have to be junk that you're looting. You just have to loot stuff. So, and remember, after you loot it, you do have to leave the server and go to like basically join again, like log out, join. It can't be the same server. So if you're playing with friends and you go and join in again, that's not going to work because you're joining the same server. There's one salt and pepper. Um, that might address one of the reasons why some of you were having problems where it wasn't resetting, is because you might have been playing with friends and you just joined the same server again. So there's definitely a lot of stuff here, and there's some pepper. So this might be an okay place. Let's see if we can if we get a couple more. You know, there's a whole nother area over here too. And there's a downstairs. So I'm just gonna, I don't hear that guy anymore, so I don't think that he's here. But there's definitely a ton of stuff here. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the video. Again, there's an upstairs floor and a downstairs floor here, but I hope that this helps. You can definitely reset your spawn with this. Um, Actually, what I will do is we for sure have done this. Let's check the last of these tables because I want salt and pepper. Boom. Salt, pepper, spices. And there's some salt. I more want pepper. Let's just skip over here. Okay, so let's just do this. Let's travel back to Vault 76. Oh, encumbered. Okay, so I never use these things, so let's just use the scrap. Let's see if it. Yeah, oh yeah, puts it in your stash box. That is really helpful. I've never used those before. Let's go back here. And then what we're gonna do is this is how you basically reset. So we looted all that stuff. You log out. Once we get to Vault 76, I will log out and we will log back in. And the run should be reset. So I'm going to go here, quit to main menu. You can quit to desktop too, but it just takes longer. I'm going to wait a couple seconds. And we're going to join again. And as long as we just don't join the same server randomly, which I think it's pretty hard to do. It is possible, but it's pretty hard to do. So if we look at if that's why I like to go to the teams, because if you know how many teams are kind of going or groups are going, and you have a good idea of who's in those, you could figure out if you've gotten into them. But to me, I just log out, log in, and if it doesn't reset, then I'll just do it again. Okay, so got our gun. So I'm just taking a look here. These do not look like the same people. I'm going to make my own team since everything seems to be full. And let's just do this one area real quick. That should tell us for sure. So there's some 556. If we get stuff in down here, then we know that it's reset. And of course, I would normally be looting those. Game's freezing a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's go check this one real quick. Yep. So it looks like it reset as expected. And get that. And then, oh, let's talk about, so let's say you go to Summersville and there's nothing there. Like you can't pick up books. You can't, you're like, hey, I know I've done it. I've been playing all day. I know I've looted more than the number of items. Usually that means because what I do is I just leave the server and I just go to another one real quick. And then I loot everything in that server and then I come back, I log out and I go again. So what I want to check here is Summersville, does it have everything? Um, and if Summersville has everything, I'm not going to loot it. I'll go back to, let's go back to the Golf Springs. And you would probably see that um, at the Golf Springs, I won't be able to loot anything I've already looted because I haven't reset the spawn yet. I just want to check, is stuff here? Yep. So see how there's books and everything. So it looks good. That means we reset the spawn here, and then we logged out to make it official. But if we went back, because we've been playing on regardless of what server we're on, because we haven't yet recycled through the Whitesrings Golf Course 255 item limit, it's gonna show um, nothing is lootable. It's just they're gonna be gone, and it's a combination of those two things. It's the game remembers where you looted it, it remembers what server you looted it on, and it remembers the last number of items that you looted. And that's kind of why the game promotes you going place to place and not just farming a particular spot over and over again. So if you were server hopping, for example, and picking up stuff off the ground, and then you just logged out and went to another one, that stuff is going to be gone. It's not going to be lootable. It's not even going to show up. So let's test that real quick. And a little rubber banding right there. So we didn't loot this, but we changed servers, so it's there. Now, apparently it didn't work. So, see how this is all gone? We didn't get the cam chimes there before because they weren't there for us. We didn't loot anything on this table, and they're there. But see how these tables are basically all... Let's clear these guys out. We'll take a look at the kitchen real quick. So if we look in the kitchen, all this stuff that we looted, it's gone. It's not here. All of it. And I'll just kind of visually go over it real quick. So that's why, see, we didn't loot this stuff right there, and it's there. And if we go in here, so that's kind of how it works. I must have missed a bottle there. It's like someone's in here. He wants to do... I'll just leave it up to him. But I hope that that helps. See that we didn't touch this. Anyway, guys, I hope that that helped you. And if it did, then please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it. Sorry this went a half an hour, but I just wanted to explain a few things that maybe made a little bit more sense for you guys. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.